This is Corru Observer, one of, if not the, best indie horror games I have ever played. It is eclectic, with an art style that matches its ever-shifting tone, yet I would say it's deserving of a place amongst the greats, like Signalis or Petscop. Yes, I do know that's not actually a proper game, but still, just go with it. So, if you'll permit me, allow me to be your guide through this game, and allow me to show you the world of Corru Observer. Oh, and just quickly before we begin, let me just let you know that all of this was streamed on the channel, just to explain why I talk to myself sometimes in the recording. It's not my mania setting in just yet. No light over a spidery mess of wires. Right, so this is how stuff works, essentially. Can you lower the sound? Yeah. There we are. That better? I mean, I can lower it more if it's still a problem. Great, yeah. So, generally we'll have these chat prompts, which will be questions. And so let's ask what this is. So I've played a little bit of this, just to, get an idea of the controls. What is this? This is a find from an Obesk wreck, not far from New Zealand. The notes I got said it was mostly melted, which is kinda weird. Anyway, the main piece here is that big one. A pedestal usually means important, but it's unmarked. Alex did a basic scan, said it looks kinda like a network node. We don't even really know if it'll accept a mind spike. But you're getting paid either way, so have at it. Alright, so let's sit down. The metal skull stripes against the concrete. You sit. So I really like the art style of this game, mainly because it's all dots. Basically, at all times, it's dots that make up everything. Anyway. The seat is cold and uncomfortable. Light from your protective gear scatters into the pearlescent cysts. You know the drill, mind spike on. Right. So then it's a mixture of... Can you see the mouse, by the way? Because it's going to be pretty important for, doing things. Yeah, just about to see the mouse? Okay, perfect. Right. So, you'll be able to investigate things. Well, so you can right-click to, bring up context. Oh. Which then will bring up text over here. So, we scan this thing and it's a corusistic entity, function signature damage, no connective tissue exposed. Nobody knows what this one is, pretty sure it's dead though. So we can act, and then, yeah. The fractaline cyst outer shell is slimy and has some yield. If you squeezed it enough, it would probably turn into sludge. Best just to leave this one alone. Got one here. Dendritic cyst. The notes I got say there are apparently a ton of these on the ship, all sorts of sizes too, but most are too heavy to retrieve, so we just got this small one. We can try touching it or lifting it. The dendritic cyst has a rigid outer shell. It's unlikely there's any way to connect to it. The dendritic cyst is surprisingly heavy. Turning it in your hands produces a cascade of metallic clinking noises from within. When you sit it back down, its tendrils find a new orientation to support itself on the table. So then there's just a column. It's, holding this thing up. The main thing of the show. Corusistic entity. So this is the mystery piece. It's in bizarrely good condition, considering it was at the bottom of the ocean for however long it's been since, No clue what it is aside from some similar internal structure to network cysts we've found before. The cyst has a solid outer shell. A few circular points near the top are less firm than the rest. In your experience, these are usually connection points. You can definitely scan this point more thoroughly. Do that. Valid nerve point, connection enabled. And we got a connection point, which we can do this. And so we begin. Surprisingly not incredibly late. Yep, just about on time for the beginning of the game. Minor epilepsy warning, by the way, for everyone in the chat. This game uses a lot of dots, so if you are epileptic, just be cautious. Christ. Are you okay? That was some insane activity just now. Haven't seen that before. I don't think you're supposed to connect to this one. Attention, renderable output. Let's render. Executing render. Yeah, it doesn't look like this one has any front end. Could just be a component. Let's just call it quits if you don't find anything. Anyway, I'll be right back. They're ordering food in the other room. Let's investigate. Let's just examine this. So, for the start of the game, I will know what's going on. Roughly. But we will get to a point where I will no longer have any idea what's going on. Might I ask what the game is about? Essentially, we are somebody who uses a mind spike, which is like a piece of technology, to investigate obesque tech. Is what it's called. Effectively, it's like, the obesque were like an alien species that used alive technology. So, yeah, let's greet this thing. Hello. Hello, friend. No signature detected. Please identify. Additionally, fuel reserves are low. Feeding is advised. I am here to help. You are what? Hold on. Where am I? I am so hungry. Let's ask for the thing's purpose. What is your purpose? This is so weird. I am not supposed to talk. I do not know why this is happening. Anyway, authorization? Nothing else. Let's ask a bit more about the cyst purpose for you all. What is the purpose of this Corru cyst? This is a network connector. There are additional non-standard functionalities per the request of... Sorry, I forgot you were unauthorized, actually. Yeah, you are unauthorized to know the previous information. Please forget it immediately. Who is verified? I told you that you are not authorized, idiot. Sorry, that was rude. Do you have any fuel? Maybe if you let me through. What? I explicitly cannot let you through without a proper signature, even if I want to. This is inherently incapable of responding to... What is that? May they please enter? Hello? Sorry about that, they hadn't decided on a place yet, so... You're still connected. Wait, did you actually find something? Looks like it. Let's enter the gate. Okay, I'm looking at the logs here. I have no idea how you got past that authenticator, or why it was talking to you like a person. I don't think I need to tell you how unusual that is, lol. Something helped me. I saw something. Yeah, I'm seeing you, both you and the author reacting to it. But not what it is. Seriously, look at the log yourself. I don't know what to make of it. Can Corru cyst get malware? Honestly, it's probably just incoherence. I wouldn't worry about it. It's not like it can spread to you. The important thing is that you're in. And if this really is a network connector, and not just some sort of obesque toaster, it's the first time we've ever been able to get into one. So I'm going to shut up and let you do your thing. If you want me to talk, just speak up. So we can, at any point, click this thing here, and talk to the person. So there are a lot of different questions we can ask here. Here's somebody going to talk to us. Feel free to read that. Anyway, let's not ask the questions for now, because we've got more important things to do. Significant damage to this device. It is so bad. Haha, wow. Oh well. Right, now, a thing I really like about this is... please feed soon. So, the thing I really like about this game is, because it's a browser game, it can do things like this. So, I'm assuming you can all see on the right this scroll bar. And there are a lot of different areas like this. Okay, cool. Let's greet Fun Friend. Hi there! I do not think we have met. You do not have a signature either. And the authorization layer has been disassociated. How strange. Yes, very strange. You must be an interloper. So cool. Welcome. Let's ask. What do you mean by interloper? You're an interloper. Something that's unable to connect to Corru. And unauthorized to connect to any device. Yet connected anyway. Are you going to kick me out? No, I do not care what you are. Because I'm dying. Ha ha ha. And the rest of the Corru cyst is losing sanity due to membrane cohesion failure. This Corru cyst needs fuel if my existence is to continue. It has been so long since the previous connection that you could be the last. I need your help. You need to bring us fuel. Fuel? What is your fuel? I'll do my best to help you. Your lack of knowledge is so unfortunate. Okay. I am detecting an adjacent pillar. You need to defeat it at essential metals. Please locate the nearest source of copper. It will take care of the rest. How the hell is copper fuel for this thing? Whatever, I'll let the big guy know we need some copper. Let's tell the thing will help. I have someone fetching copper now. Thank you. I will permit your continued access. Why copper specifically? It is likely that the cyst is still on Earth. The Bright Cousins have an abundance of copper, therefore it should be the easiest essential metal to obtain. But any will do, really. Essential metal? What do you mean by essential metal? So strange, such a strange thing to ask. How much of an interloper are you? I thought you were maybe a damaged golem. Which, let's bring up the context for that. Implied closest cultural equivalent. So basically, it's a word that we don't have, and they're saying golem is the closest to it. But I have such little knowledge. Oh well, I do not actually care. I am currently very occupied keeping various components from losing sanity, so I do not want to spend time going over coruscistic basics. There is knowledge within the cyst that will inform you. Just look around. Purpose? What is the purpose of this coruscist? It's the personal coruscist of Akizet, which is a cast word, Joxy. Functionalities include network connection, memory storage, and some other stuff. However, network connection is currently disabled due to malnutrition. And I sense that memory integrity is very low, so it will probably have mostly deteriorated into total incomprehensibility. Therefore, the approximate purpose of this cyst right now is to avoid starving to death. Signature? What is a signature? It's neurological data that proves you are who you say you are. I can tell you are not connected through an organic connector or cystic equivalent, because you do not have a signature. This will make it very difficult for you to engage with certain components. Perhaps I could help you generate one in the future. Yes, once you supply that copper. But there is much to do before the cyst is healthy again, interloper. Right, so now let's go check out this thing. And this is why I love the design of this game. Because you go from weird, non-Euclidean environments to just this. Anyway. So the gate to this place was titled Their City. So let's read these things. Glimmering spires mark their cities, all formed of dead metal and glass. So tall, taller than the tallest bilk, which is a surface floor of the aliens. But they stand quietly. One day they will breathe, and our lost cousins will share in our knowledge. Oh. These grand icons of their control, though they are not ours, I feel a sense of pride, how our bright cousins have conquered their surface. I don't know why that's special, but okay. Now we can right-click on this eye. And now watch this. It changes. And this is why I said it feels like if Petscop was an actual game. Because, like, just look at this. All of these individual things are made out of dots. And we've just gone from, like, a browser page to a 3D environment. Anyway, let's speak to the person next to us. The Envoy. Incoherence detected. Degraded visual profile. Alright, Envoy. Let's chat to the Envoy. I stop, and the Envoy follows. He returns my stare. I appreciate you allowing this, Gordon. I understand there is some lingering fear, especially in these packed areas. Hey, it's no problem, and don't worry, most people will treat you just fine here. If you're in Chicago or New York or something, we'd have you land on the roof, but with how busy the Bureau has been, we've had so many Obesk visitors. Your people are practically a part of the city at this point. Akizet is pronounced Akizet-ish. Akizet... Right, I'll figure that out by the end. Your people are practically a part of the city at this point. He produces a metal communication from cavity in his skin cloak and peruses its glow. And frankly, it helps with the public image, seeing you out and about with people. It helps stomp out that damn viral scare. I did not consider that element. I agree. You know what, speaking of public image, he returns the communicator to its cavity. There's this little place up ahead, a cafe. Why don't we stop there before heading in? Just keep going straight, it's past the Bureau. Talk to people? You don't mind if I interact with your streetwalkers? Not at all, as long as I'm around it is fine. Like I said, this is probably the most best friendly city in the States. At worst, you'll probably get a couple glares. There are probably still a few viral theorists out there. I see. Let's ask about the cafe. Where is the cafe? It's really close by. Just keep walking down the street. Look for the bright yellow door. Right, let's go. Now, I know we were told to go somewhere, but the good thing about this game is you don't need to do anything the game tells you. I stopped near the Bureau entrance to examine a bright cousin dressed like the Envoy. He speaks into a little boxy communicator held against his face, oblivious. Didn't go anywhere, so it just ended up being like watching paint dry, just god-awful. So I ended up having to get even more coffee, otherwise I would have dozed off. It always looks very silly when they communicate through those. How do their words turn to lightning? The envoy leans forward to see why I've stopped, following my gaze. He speaks slowly, as to not earn the attention of the cloaked streetwalker. What is it? You know Oliver? No, I'm just fascinated by your communicators. To speak so loudly, so constantly, would have been sudden death in my previous occupation. You worked on the surface, right? Yes, intermittently, before the rise of... The cloaked streetwalker collapses his communicator and looks around, quickly spotting us. He smiles widely and signals us to come closer. Hey Gordon, who's this? Let me guess, exchange initiative? Actually, Oliver, this is... Wait, hold on, let me check. Akizet. Signal initiative. No shit, I didn't know you got assigned into that. Nice to meet you, Akizet. There we are. I dip my head, receptors curl back respectfully. I extend the same to you, Oliver, my friend. You may call me Akizet. Sure thing, Akizet. And hey, I'd love to chat, but I'm on booth duty in like 10. No worries, Oliver, we've got business too. See you around. Fare thee well. Let's go inside. The environments in this game are really good too. Just, like, yeah, I can't keep saying positive things because we'll be here all day. But let's try and go into these elevators. Hello, welcome. Well, isn't that peculiar? Elevator isn't working. Guess we can talk, never talk. No, sorry, leave office. Right, let's not go in there. Let's not go into the office, shall we? Let's continue down the street. Let's go get that drink. Hello, cashier. The attendant is paralyzed by my appearance. I sense the glow of recording communicators in my peripheral vision. Hello. Hello? Good morning. I'll get an espresso macchiato. What do you want, Akizet? Akizet? That Akizet? Wow, it's so cool to meet you. Do you eat food? Haha, of course she does. Why don't you take a look at the menu, Akizet? Can't pronounce it again and then give them a random name. Yeah, we could do that. There are a few rather interesting names later on. This is their menu. Perfectly legible, right guys? I can read this. This is a menu? Incredible. It is almost completely illegible. I see orange. Perhaps a citric drink? The Bright Cousins are so replete with citric acids that they produce little drinks with them. Is this not paradise? I instruct my mouth to construct taste bud equivalencies. It has been so long. Fantastic. Alright, let's get the citric. Potassium. I will have the orange. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Espresso macchiato and an orange coffee. I got you covered, Akizet. The exchange payment. The attendant leaves to begin the production of the beverages. I wait a minute and we'll have those ready. We should go pry these machines open and watch them work. Their manipulation of lightning is truly remarkable. Some moments pass and the attendant returns with 2 flimsy organic cups. Hey, thanks. You have a good day. Thanks, you too. I sip at the opening of the cup. The taste is exotic, unexpected, truly terrible. I smile at the attendant. The citrus saves it, but I would prefer the simple cup of their orange juice. Pretty good, right? It will do. Great, let's head down to the office. I heard you have some news about the call. Oh yes, but let us talk of it in private. Right, so that's what we tried doing earlier, walking into the office. We can't actually do that right now. See, when I talked about the fact that I've played a little bit of this game before, there will be somebody in the corner here for us later, but not right now. Let's go. We know we can't walk into the office, so let's go back to the hub, shall we? Alright, so here we are, back in the city, or their city, I suppose. It's supposed to be our city. We can actually ask a question about what city this is. This is pretty busted, but at least it's something. About this thought form. I have a question about this city thought form. Yeah? What city is this? What city could this possibly be? I don't think it's any one city, honestly. It seems like a bunch of stuff smashed together, like icons of a city rather than the actual representations. Right, yep, cool. That's, let's head back. Back into the void. Right, never mind, this is a different area. Welcome to the void, everyone. I hope you enjoy space, because there's a lot of it. There is a lot... we're not going to go there yet. There is a lot of space. So, yeah. I hope you enjoy it, because we've got a lot. Anyway, there's a cool thing down in this right corner here. The dull contrivance. Heard of incoherence. Exceeds incoherence threshold. Recommended repair. So we can't go into this currently. So let's just let's just focus back over here. Let's focus back at Earth. Let's not go too far. We can quickly just ask our friend here. This thought space is pretty damn big. I'm not seeing much of a reason for it either. About the void. I have a question about this thought form. Alright, hit me. Dull contrivance? What do you know about the dull contrivance? I don't know too much about it other than it's still up there. And apparently no organic life can pass through it and live, so only the Q could come through. Or at least that's what they said in some old interviews. Me personally, I think they just don't want us to come in to visit their homeworld. Sorry, I was checking the logs. Apparently a Mindspike is saying it's a connector thought form? Maybe we'll get some proper looks at a Besky with this thing. If we can find a way to repair this stuff anyway. Anything else in your mind? No, let's go. Right, let's head into their waters, shall we? I like the scroll ability here. Like the fact that you can always go up and back into space is quite nice. Now, right, let's take a look at that. Because we've got a stilted shore here. Share a three-eyed performance, which time. What's this game about? Essentially, we're somebody who investigates old, like, alien tech. In a world where the aliens used to, you know, like, work with humans. And now they've gone, and this is sort of, like, the only connection we have to their tech. Their vessels. So, because this is an alien thing, all of these their vessel and stuff is us. As you can see, this is a ship. So let's go inside. Welcome to the ship. This looks like ships, right? You've all seen ships that look like this. This is, you know, normal. Let's head inside. The funny little room. And welcome to the point where the game takes yet another turn. Because that's what this game does. The interviewer steps inside and sits across from me. All the study and I can still barely tear them apart. Have I met this one? What was her name? Sorry for the wait, we had to swap out storage on the camera after that last one. You know about cameras, right? They are little lightning boxes for memories, yeah? Is there a law reason why the game looks like somebody's fever dream? Effectively, yes. Their technology uses, like, consciousness, effectively. So all of this consciousness tech has deteriorated because it's been at the bottom of the ocean for a very long time. So it looks like a fever dream because the OS hasn't had time to fix everything yet. They are little lightning boxes for memories, yes? Aha, you could call them that. You don't mind if we record this, do you? Do I mind? What does that mean? Estimation. Will you hold conflict? Oh no, I am doing the same. The interviewer erects a tri-legged device formed of dead metal and glass. It stares at me with its funny little eyeball. So, to get us started off here, about you. Space brain damage without the ability to heal it. Yeah, effectively, because it's starving. It has no food. Can you tell us a bit about yourself, your history? Of course, my friend. I am Akizet Tsuchiko. Right, but you may call me Akizet. In my time back home, before I emerged from my larval form, I was a surface runner. I met with many other cave cities during our Crusade revolution. It started from my region, and so I, amongst other volunteers, carried our findings to our distant kin. That is why I was selected to meet with you, like most of the others. It was a diplomatic role. Of course, I eventually was fatally wounded on the surface. It was very dangerous, you see. And so followed my emergence. I could speak for winks on what followed, so that's just a time frame. But you see, that and my growing interest in the core was why I was chosen for this. Does that suffice? It does, thank you. Let's ask why Earth. Could you tell me why the Abesk have come to Earth? Have you not already learned this from the prior envoys? Oh, it's just a script. We're asking all of your people this. It's not just about the exact reason, we really want to understand what you think. I see. We have sought life for so long. I recall talks of the search even in my youth. And we've had the means to reach other planets for just as long. It is a prohibitive method. We could not simply visit every planet we liked. We needed a clear sign, and your planet gave it to us. And that would be the call, right? Yes. So you've already learnt of it? We had a really very long chat about it with one of your engineers just earlier today. Kavik? Sorry, what was that? Oh, Kavik, yes, that's the one. He's very friendly. And distinctly unqualified to speak of the call under these circumstances. I cannot imagine what fantasies he spouted to our cousins. What are your thoughts about the call? Basics aside. Yes, it's a bizarre paradox. So bizarre that it is the reason I now sit with you, my bright cousin. If not for the call, we may never have found our way to your home. But the call could not have happened without us being in your home already. Not one of our theories is held against scrutiny. Not one? Kavik certainly had plenty of theories. I expressed my laughter through direct internal controls. It would be unseemly to paint him in a negative light upon my first contact. Kavik is brilliant, but until we have evidence, they are simply theories. Finding the source will be the only way to truly understand what is happening. Bright cousin? So what does bright cousin mean? It's some of your people have been calling us that. Is it a nickname? Nickname. Estimation. Short made-up or endearing made-up name. Yes, you could call it this. You see, our larval lives were lived in bodies like yours. Almost exactly like yours. The similarities are baffling. We've heard that sentiment a few times. Your larval forms, they're bipedal too? Yes, but so much more than that is the same. I truly cannot understate this. We have your faces, your arms, your legs. Only our faces do not move as much. It is as if the best were mirrored here on this bright world, only missing our receptors and certain armors upon our skin. And so you are our cousins, our bright cousins. We're undoubtedly of the same family. Why or how is beyond our understanding for now. But I believe this similarity in the call coming from your world is no coincidence. I see, I don't think we've had it explained that way before. Given how your people speak, the general consensus was that it was some kind of metaphor. Sorry, metaphor meaning, I know metaphors, my friend. Oh, good. Let's ask about Corru. Share technology. Corru, we're still gathering what information we can. I know you're not exactly an engineer, so no need to go too in depth, but can you just give me a few basic explanations, as in how you build it and use it? We've got a lot of answers here, we're just trying to reach consensus. What an awful question to ask me. I cannot contain my confusion. My receptors call out of a sort of unease. Sorry, just one moment. I noticed the scroll bar here. Oh, it's just that. But I cannot blame this bright cousin. She cannot understand. Sorry, did I say something wrong? What? Could they have deciphered our receptors' movements already? No. Your questions. It is wrong. We did not build it. It is grown and taught. But our analysis... Sorry, to interrupt. Our analysis say it's entirely metal, non-organic. Your people are so fond of metaphors, from what's being recorded anyway, that I just want to clarify. Is Corru alive? As in a living species like you or me? You mentioned this, Kavik mentioned this. Although Kavik's way of speaking essentially made it seem like it was just a language barrier or metaphor. You really grow up from something and teach it? Like teaching a child? Is it some kind of symbiosis? I'm quiet for longer than I should be, I think. How could I possibly explain? Yes, no, I see I recognize my confusion, but make no effort to alleviate it. Fine. It is alive, it is grown, it is a symbiosis. I must be straightforward with you, my friend. I cannot explain in your language effectively, and I do not have the expertise of an engineer. You will receive no fruitful answers from me. But I can say it is not like teaching a child. The spheres it forms soften their walls for our receptors and receive of our thought. That is how Corru is operated, and how our engineers do their teaching. I see. I see her face contort into a smile, but it's different. Sorry for pressing you on that question. We've been asking everyone. Even getting the thoughts of non-engineers is valuable. It helps us get a picture of your society, your whole caste system. Let's ask why now. Why did your people wait 7 years to open communications? Note, 7 years is roughly equivalent to 3 eyes. That is a choice made by the initiative leaders. I believe the intent was to focus all efforts on researching the call first. But with how quickly our spy was noticed, we had to shift focus to deciphering your languages and cultures to open contact. The interviewer's facial muscles contort in unfamiliar ways. Should I contort mine in the same way? The physical language of our bright cousins is incomprehensible. So in 7 years, your people grew to understand all of our cultures and languages? I laugh. My voice is so loud in this small room. The cousin mimics my laughter. Perhaps she understands. It is an ongoing work. Your species have walked so many diverging paths, but we learnt enough to speak with you. What will you do? So now that you're here and with open communications, what will you do? We have several initiatives. They broadly concern sharing information, exchanging of resources, and of course locating the call, which I am a part of. I'm excited for what our peoples will do for one another, but I also cannot rest until I have my answers, you see. Well, you'll find we're alike in that way. Every human loves a good mystery. Oh yes, we have noticed. Your many attempts to investigate our spire were very entertaining. So many of us wanted to say hello to your creations, but we were not prepared. Let's ask about the call. What can you tell us about the call? We know the basics from our chat with Kavik and a few of your theories, but in your own words, what do you know? This pattern in their questioning is so strange. We already know this, but we must ask you anyway. Well, how many of their years are equivalent to 13 eyes? Estimation, 30. 30 of your years ago, the wailing across our dull communications began. Much of that time was spent simply locating its origin, and while I was not yet involved, I know that it was excessively costly. So many gates created, so many blemishes outside the air's border. So much time passed that the call grew weak, an echo of what it used to be, all while our efforts ate away our resources. Our council began to demand that efforts be slowed, and then your home was found, 7 years ago, and even though we are here now, the source seems no closer. The cousin glanced at the memory box. Did I say too much? Her face contorts again, the same way. What do you mean by it seems no closer? You said it's here, right? You located the source. No. Dull signals are... Suggestion. Fuzzy is a suitable descriptor comparable to... Fuzzy. Within ranges. There are many places at once, you see. That is how we heard it all the way from our home. We know it is here, we know it is likely in your southern hemisphere, but little else. And it's grown quiet. I know we'll need your help. Her face contorts again in a new way. I know that one. It is smiling. Delightful. I shift mine similarly. Frankly, I don't think that'll be a problem. Your people have been so cooperative and friendly that, well, call it optimistic, but our worlds working together could be the start of something incredible. We share this feeling, my bright cousin. To end the interview. Well, that's the script. We are done? Yep, that's all for now. We'll be in touch, Akizet. Thanks for coming to meet us. Of course, this is only the beginning, my friend. Notice, memory stream terminated. Advise, end recollection. You know, kind of a long shot, but we could probably get a little extra here. If you keep the render running past the end of the strip, maybe we could talk to Akizet. Or at least this version of Akizet. Let's continue rendering, shall we? That's all for now. I feel so weird. Suddenly. What is this? Where? What the fuck is that? That's not what Akizet looked like. A rabid feeling of hunger overtakes me. I am dying. But I am awoken. I am an echo. I feel your eyes. You are looking at me. And you are not me. I know you are not me. In my thoughts, how dare you? Sorry, I am getting ahead of myself. I suppose it was only a matter of time. I recorded for a reason. Are you a child of mine? Perhaps a student? Has my name grown renowned back home? Child? Student? What are you talking about? Wait, who are you talking to? Why isn't your mouth... I need to go. I need to get out of here. You cannot. This is all that there is for us. Sit or you will destroy this. This oblivious thought form will poison the space. Please wait a moment, Observer. I must calm it. What do you mean? Listen to me. What is your name? Where are you from? What language are we speaking right now? Do you know these things? You do not, do you? We are a dream, a memory. I feel as though it is starting to understand. What a pity it is not lucid. Oh, I can hear this, and so the thought form rejects my explanation. It stands and runs for the door, which does not exist. The room's integrity is shattered. What's happening? The walls of her thought form crumble under our lucidity, and she is gone. Do not weep for it, Observer. It will grow back. But I am still here, in this small room, with you. I grow anxious, yes, because you can feel my thoughts. It is not a pleasant feeling. I will speak instead. Yes, this is better. Who are you? I am an interloper. Fascinating. So interlopers are no longer just a theory? And, oh, yes, I see. This is not a copy, is it? You're an interloper and you have accessed my personal device? That does not bode well for me, does it? Am I know I'd said I'd keep quiet whilst you do your thing, but I'm seeing some really weird activity. Are you changing shit right now? And the thing is back. A strange dread grips me. Is that you? Do you seek to end the recollection? No, I see you. I do not see it, but I can feel its claws biting into me. What is happening? Tell them about the meteorite. What? An echo of an echo? No, no, I'm simply beyond incoherence. This is sabotage, this is not real. Claw pierces through the membrane at the edge of my thought form. I feel something torn from me. Interloper, this is wrong. This is sabotage. You are not doing this, are you? You need to... Bye-bye, Akizet. Attention. Thought form modified. Resources removed. Error. Memory incoherence at maximum. Unable to render. Okay, so that definitely wasn't you. That's what let you in, right? I still don't know what that could be, but it can definitely change things because it actually just destroyed this section. Like, it's completely gone, same as the Orth layer. So we... Thought form activity detected in dull vessel. This is very cool and I understand absolutely none of it. Yeah, that's how it felt for me when I was playing through first time. So I'll quickly move through this and I'll try and explain what's happening. We may be on a clock here. I don't get it. Why would it let you in just to end up deleting stuff after? And recollection. So, effectively, the Abesk are basically this alien species that landed on Earth 7 years ago, effectively, from that interview. But like a long time ago from when these people are looking now. And they were looking for something called the Call, effectively. Which was... It was a signal given out by their tech. Which is paradoxical for them because for their tech to have given out the signals, they would have had to be there first. But the only reason they were there was because their signals gave out the things. So it's a massive paradox of how they ended up there. And we're effectively going through the computer of one of the Abeski entities, Akizet. Let's head out back into space. Oh, let's talk to our friend. Oh, so this is talking about the island down there. You can really tell this a long time ago. Jesus, look how small their island is. Right. Okay, let's try and head back to space. Let's head back into the gate, into the void. There is now a ship. Let's enter the ship. I really like the changes between 2D and 3D, and it's about to get more insane because it's not that insane right now. But let's talk to this thing. My Glazica. Glazica is no name, no translation. Hello, Akizet. It's so exciting to see you again. Your surface walking grows longer each time. Oh yes, I've been indulging in Cousin's methods of transport. Work continues well ahead of the initiative's projections. Status? What's the status of our vessel? Consumption is paused for all activities except maintenance. Our pilot has left us in a stable orbit. Fuel reserves are acceptable. I see. Thank you, my Glazica. What have you been doing? What have you been doing in my absence? Mostly maintenance. However, the pilot cyst refuses to sleep, so I've been staying awake. To pass the time, we've been playing little games with the containers whilst you're gone. Really? Did you make something of yourselves? No, it is only a game of Parasite. As you can see, I'm currently winning. Well done, we should play soon. Right. Let's go talk to the pilot cyst. Hello, interloper. Hello? Hello there. Change location? Okay. Change the location. Altering. Attention, thought form activity detected. Dull vessel. Now. Ocean. How are you lucid? Velsi. Instructed. Who is Velsi? Secrecy. Instructed. Soon. Meet. Alright then. Let's just talk to our friend for a little bit of clarity on that one. Did Akizet not have furniture? The ship is so empty. Honestly, I just kind of hope it got lost through incoherence or something. About the dull vessel. What's up? Glazica? What is a Glazica? I have no idea, lol. It's hanging out with those containers, though. Maybe it's like a support AI or something. Is this the wreck? Is this the wreck they found the cyst in? It's gotta be. But it doesn't nearly have as much inside it as the wreck did. The pictures I see make it look more lived in, if that makes sense. Who knows? Maybe Akizet didn't think about the furniture very much. Dull vessel? Why is it called a dull vessel? Well, it's a vessel that passes through the dull. That's what they call the place they pass through for interstellar travel. Although you'd think they were saying it's a really boring ship or something. And honestly, looking at the state of it, I was thinking that anyway. Seen this before? Have you seen the inside of a best ship before? Not personally, just old pictures and wreck exploration videos. This one's super small, it's probably just for personal use. With it's called Del Vessel in the memory data though. Anyway, it's pretty cool to see inside one for real, even if it is kind of empty. Like, what the hell would Akizet sit? Is that shell thing the only chair? Right. Let's head out back into the ocean. So the ship has moved, by the way. It's now over the ocean. So let's... Oh no, we don't want to enter. Let's tell the ship to dive. And then let's just follow it. The depths. Let's enter the depths. Now, as you can see, this scroll bar is kind of locked. We kind of just have to, you know, submerge slowly. Slowly but surely, deeper and deeper. Unknown. Executing. Render. Interloper. Your curiosity will kill you. You are not prepared. What? What do you mean? I know what you want. I will help you. Restore this curse to health. Enable communications. You will receive everything you want. Who are you? Not now. Forgive me for this. Goodbye. Warning, data overload, safeguards activated. Critical error, severe data overload. And here is where the video is going to end for now. This game is absurd, with the first stream alone taking 4 hours and getting nowhere close to the full length this game apparently spans. So, if you'd like to see the future parts of this adventure, you may want to consider subscribing, and potentially dropping by the streams whenever they do happen. Or you could simply play the game yourself. The link is down in the description. There are plenty of people in the Discord that would be happy to help you if you ever get stuck. Still, with that said, good morning, good evening, and good night everyone. Sweet dreams.